I'm Russ Barnett. I'm the director of the Kentucky Institute for the Environment and Sustainable Development here at the University of Louisville. And climate change is probably one of the most serious environmental issues that we as a global community will be facing ever in our history.
I'm David Wicks, and I'm coordinator for environmental education for the Jefferson County Public Schools and an adjunct professor here at the University of Louisville. This month we're having a dual course, an honors class called Teaching About Climate Change, and a Lincoln Foundation class about math and science concepts, where they're focusing on climate change. During the month they're going to do math and science activities to understand the basic concepts of math and science or understand the basic concepts of climate change. Then we're going to apply that knowledge by using service projects. We have 7 different service projects which will get the kids to really think about the day-to-day realities of climate change.
My name is Sarah Lynn Cunningham. I'm an environmental engineer, and I am working on this program because one of my specialties is climate change. And as a teacher, I believe that climate change is a great way to help students to understand how do math and science fit into the real world. What's the big picture where all this is going? Nowadays, climate change is an increasingly big deal as far as more and more people are understanding how significant it is, what kind of threats it poses to the world. Everything from the sea levels rising and flooding coastal areas where millions and millions of people live around the planet, including our country. It's causing scarcity of water and droughts, which are destabilizing certain parts of the world, such as Africa and Atlanta, Georgia even. It's allowing diseases to spread more into other places. So there's all kinds of reasons why people are interested in climate change.
My name is Don Roundtree, and I'm a science teacher with Jefferson County Virtual School. This camp is important for a variety of reasons. Number one, it gives the kids an opportunity, especially this summer with the participation with U of L and JCPS, to really focus in on energy savings. The kids really, hopefully, are understanding how important it is that we conserve energy, that we utilize the resources that we have, and that we explore alternative resources in the future.
I'm Anthony Howard, and I'm a teacher at Eastern High School in math and business and technology. And I'm here with the Lincoln Foundation this summer to facilitate with the young people about global warming, dealing with commuters. We're just going to show how the difference between everything from the type of car that you drive, vehicle, how the emissions come out, the difference between maybe having a smaller car and a larger vehicle, SUV, as well as things such as alternative transportation, whether it's the bus, whether it's bicycling, whether it's walking, how that helps out. Just different things to deal with commuting to the U of L campus or around in Louisville. We're just going to try to show some differences, talking to people that park in the different lots and what that means, how that can make a difference in the emissions. In the camp, they'll be utilizing some of the math concepts that they learn to figure numbers, to show the differences, everything from measurement variations, just different things that they're learning in the classroom that they can apply to everyday concepts.
Well, my name is Jackie Kelly. I am a biology major at U of L, and I'm working with the Lincoln Foundation with the high school students on a project on commuters and driving at U of L. And we're going to assess the contribution of U of L's commuter students to carbon emissions. And then we're going to prepare a public education program based on U of L's commuter habits as to what the university can do to alleviate our carbon output. Well, in this car, it has no engine, it's fitted with a computer instead, and you can get in and it's kind of like a video game where you can press on the gas and it will, as you go through the course, it'll show your total amount of carbon emissions and your nitrous oxide and pollutants like that. You can choose different types of cars. You can choose a hybrid or an SUV, a minivan, and just a regular sedan, and you can compare and see which car is better.
I I'm Chris McGee. I'm a graduate student here at the University of Louisville. Our project is alternative energy resources. What we're looking at is comparing what the university does now with burning coal as their primary source of running the buildings and the heating and the air systems here on campus. And we're looking at some alternative energy. Some of the areas that we're looking at is solar energy, and possibly recommending solar energy hot water heaters for the buildings to be able to run the water systems. We're also looking at the potential of using methane gas. We're going to go and look at a landfill and find out how methane gas can be used as an alternative energy resource, and the potential of running a piping system from a landfill down in Okolona up to here and to the steam and chill plant, and be able to use that as an energy resource.
My name's Kevin Stoltz. I'm the energy auditor for Jefferson County Public Schools. We're here at Churchill Park, where we have 8 solar panels that supplies all the domestic hot water that comes out of the sinks, supplies kitchen hot water also. On a day like today, we're getting free hot water that does have a supplemental backup gas heater that operates in the wintertime mostly. The panels you all saw upstairs, this is what it supplies. These 2 black lines here, they go up to the roof. One of them supply, one of them return. They come down to this. This is your heat exchanger right here. So solar water comes down after it's been heated outside. It transfers that heat, actually a separate loop, to the water that's stored in these tanks. So the water is heated up here. The solar loop keeps doing its thing. Just goes up to the panels, back down, transfers heat to the solar storage tanks. From the solar storage tanks, it comes over here, right here to this mixing valve. On a day like today, it's so hot that we have to induce cold water here to bring it back down to about 110 or 15 degrees. This is the Onacon meter. It's a BTU meter. You can actually see exactly how many BTUs you're saving, how many BTUs the solar hot water is saving. It also shows the amount of gallons used. We can view it by the internet. We can pull it up and see the gallons used, BTUs saved, supply temperature and return temperature.
So here we have almost 440 acres of tract. We have almost 3/4 of a square mile of trash. So this is where trash comes in. These kinds of trucks coming in, they'll get 500 to 600 or 600 to 700 trucks like this. They'll dispose about 5,500 tons a day. So we're going to go up to where they're collecting the methane gas and kind of talk about it a little bit. And Tony is here with us. He works here at the landfill.
Mostly rainwater that has leached through the garbage and picked up contaminants. And this is the source of groundwater contamination, or one of the primary sources of groundwater contamination, which is a big problem for landfills. The primary environmental issue that really changed a lot of things in the landfill technology. So what do we do with this liquid? We do really 3 things. One is we build the landfill so it won't leak. How do we do that? We put it in a clay environment, and or we line it with plastic so that we contain it. So the landfill is designed so that we collect the leachate out, and the level of leachate in the bottom is never more than a foot deep. That reduces the likelihood of leakage.
My name is Deanna Tran. I'm a senior mathematics and political science major here at the University of Louisville. My service project for the Lincoln Foundation is about studying U of L's recycling practices and policies. And what we'll be doing is we'll be doing a lot of dumpster dives. That means we'll be going through U of L's trash to see how much of the trash is recyclable. And then at the end, we hope to put together recommendations for the university as to how they can improve their recycling program.
My name is Dal Buford. I'm an 8th grade teacher at Farnsley Middle School. As far as my team, I'm with Resource Management, otherwise known as Waste Management, alias the Dumpster Divers. We're looking at how folks, particularly on the campus, students as well as administration, recycle. And so we find that out by doing some reconnaissance in the dumpsters, in the trash cans to find out what is being recycled and what's being thrown away. And then we're going to go back and do some investigation in the form of interviews to find out, one, is practice following policy? And then as far as science, primarily looking at the amount of carbon that is used or the amount of methane that is produced based on waste. And so we're doing a few calculations, primarily math, looking at multiplication, weighing, add, subtraction, very basic.
Let's talk how you got, Obi. Let's talk how you guys got rid of your texting. What happened? You said you guys have to get rid of your texting so much.
So you found in the trash, did you find recyclable?
Yes, we found plastic and cardboard, but paper is the most that people don't recycle.
Really?
Yes.
And what have you been finding?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we have a lot of styrofoam, and styrofoam can't be recycled, so kind of that. We just put that.
So you're separating the recyclable from the trash?
Yes.
And then what are you going to do?
I think we're going to weigh it, and
For what purpose?
to see how much stuff people throw away that could be recycled.
I'm Samantha Selden. I'm a student athlete at the University of Louisville. I'm an English major and in the honors program. This week we've been working with a bunch of kids at the Lincoln Foundation to teach them about climate change. My project specifically deals with carbon sequestration, which is the process in which the earth naturally absorbs carbon from the atmosphere. So trees are made of carbon and they remove carbon from the air. So what we're doing is walking around campus and basically measuring their diameter and their height and their species to determine how much carbon is actually stored in each individual tree.
Right now we're just getting a measurement of the height and the weight of the trees, and then we're going to put them back in the computer with GIS, and then we'll come up with some numbers.
And so what's this young man doing there with the flags?
Well, he's getting the height, and what he should be doing is putting the end of the flag at the base of the tree, and then right above the flag be the height, and then he'll turn the flag about 90 degrees, and that will help us calculate it back in our math class how tall actually the tree is.
Hi, my name is Jessie Harry, and I'm an interior architecture major, and I'm going to be working with the Lincoln Foundation students on a service learning project on refrigerator, vending machine, and portable heater energy use on the University of Louisville's campus. And we're going to be going around and counting all the vending machines and seeing how much energy they use and see how much the university can save if they switch to power misers on the vending machines that reduce the energy in them. And then we're going to be counting personal refrigerators and staff offices and seeing how much energy can be saved if they switch to Energy Star appliances or learn to share refrigerators with their other staff members. And then we'll also be counting portable heaters in staff offices to see if they meet fire codes and to see how much the university can save if they get rid of them.
I'm McKinley Solt. I'm a junior biology major here at the university, and my project is energy use, where we go around and measure the intensity of lights, the number of lights, and the type of lights and devices throughout all the rooms and offices and classrooms. And the convenience of this, we will compare it with other energy saving devices, and it will show the university how much carbon they're emitting as well as how much they could save money and on the environment.
So this is a light meter, and we turn it on and we stick it under a light, and it measures the amount of foot candles there are that the light is emitting. And right now there's 48, around 50 foot candles, and a foot candle is pretty self-explanatory. You take one candle and you set a ruler there, and however much light is emitted at the end of that ruler, 1 foot is a foot candle. So that's the unit of light that we're measuring with.
So what does that tell us? I mean, how does that help us?
The standard in offices and houses is 30-foot candles. That's all you need, basically. That's what they're saying. So in places like this, they have usually 60 because there's so much light. So we could take out half the lights, and there'd be plenty of light left over.
I'm Kristen Barnes. I'm a senior at the University of Louisville. I'm double majoring in biology and psychology, and I hope to go into vet school when I graduate. My role in this project is actually twofold. The first half of the project, we are creating PowerPoints and other resources that can be used by the Jefferson County Public School System as tools to educate their students.